Oh, hi, didn't see you come in there. Well, Daily here again. Today I'm going to talk to you about the information systems behind Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's is an arcade and also offers a restaurant and facilities for special events such as parties and sporting events. They rely heavily on information systems for a couple reasons. Mainly, though, to enable the gaming itself, the functionality of the games, because without the information system backing it, the games won't work. And also, it reduces the shop and the corporate time and effort required to figure out different costs and to store data. It relies on the 5 different aspects of information system, where it has hardware, which would be like servers, computer servers, not waiter servers, and games themselves are hardware. The software would be this game software on the games, and they also use special analysis software that allows them to calculate the cost of different types of foods and the different games that they have, how much they make. The data it has is money, calculates money. Data is also stored points and the gamer points, because every time you go to Dave & Buster's you get a card, you put points on the card, and then it keeps track of your tickets on your card as well. Procedures are maintenance on the machines themselves and on the servers and the games. And people are employees. So 5 tangible costs associated with Dave & Buster's is the cost of the games, the cost of a card machine, which actually prints your card, the cost of a ticket counter, which counts the amount of tickets you have and then puts them on the card, the cost of servers, which will store the data of what's on your card, and then the food computers, which allow the servers, not computer servers now, we're talking about waiter servers, to input what kind of food you ordered and to charge you for that. Some intangible costs associated with it is the cost that happens when a game doesn't work. How much money do you lose when the game's not operating because people can't play it, so people aren't spending money on the game. Another cost is when people share cards. I can go to Dave & Buster's and let my friend use this card as well, and he doesn't have to pay for a new card, so there's a cost associated with that because you can't figure out how many people are doing it, which makes it an intangible cost. Another intangible cost is the deviation of actual tickets that you have to the number of tickets that the ticket counter counts. Because the ticket counter, the way it works is you hand the tickets and it weighs the tickets. It doesn't individually count your tickets, because you can have, each game gives you between 2 to 1,000 tickets. So it would take forever to count them out individually, so it weighs them. But the weight of the card, or the weight of the ticket, isn't exact, so it could have a deviation from the actual amount of cards. So you could really be giving someone more points than they actually earned, which is in turn costing you money. But it can't be figured out, which makes another intangible cost. You can figure it. The time to check the data is also an intangible cost, because people lose time having to go through and check different things, but you can't really figure out how much time has been spent going through and finding things. That kind of goes along with human error, so people inputting incorrect data, people losing stuff. It all comes down to another intangible cost. So you also have some tangible values. So you have the value a game will make you. How much does this game make me per hour? You can say, oh, well, this game makes me $50 an hour, and people spending points there. And then you can also have what people put on their card. You can calculate, because the way you go in, you select your card, you put money in, and the computer saves that this person put $50 on your card. So it gives you 50 points, so you can use that in different games. So you can keep track of the value of each card. You can also calculate the value of the price of food, or the different foods that you bring in, because they have a chicken parmesan sandwich, which is awesome. Chicken Caesar salad, which is awesome. And those must bring them in a lot of money. But then they also have some iffy foods that not many people like salmon for one. You don't go to an arcade and eat salmon, so that probably has less value than chicken palm does, because chicken palm is awesome. Then you also have the amount people spend to win tickets. Because you put money on your card, you use your card to play a game, game gives you tickets. So you can figure out how much on average does it take to convert a point to a ticket, and that becomes a value. And another value is they charge a cover charge on certain days, but they also offer specials on those days. So on Wednesdays, for instance, they have a half price game Wednesday. So you can come in on Wednesday and play all the games for half price, but you also get charged a cover fee. So there's a value of the amount of people you bring in versus if you had just kept it like a normal day and not had a cover charge and had a special going on. But there's also a lot of intangible values. First is the cost of someone who plays video games at home. A lot of the games they offer can be played on Wii, and also ticket games are now big on Apple products where you can play like Skeet Ball or just like coin drop games, but you also get points and tickets from the game itself, and you can actually redeem those for prizes. Some companies even let you redeem for prizes that are real. Another one is the cost of a customer who only comes to hang out with a friend. Because you can go to Dave & Buster's and not spend any money on certain days, where you just go, you don't even play any games, and it's really hard to figure out how much that costs you. Is for that person to be there, maybe drinking water for free, not spending any money. There has a value to that, but it's hard to figure that out, which makes it intrinsic value, or intangible value. Another intangible value is the value which a game that you didn't purchase. So, I mean, there's a lot of games that come out on arcade, especially if you look at some of the more arcades in Japan. They have crazy new games that aren't even manageable here. Like, they have one where you can, like, it moves and you move on screen. It's crazy stuff. And it probably costs a lot of money to bring it in. And so Dave & Buster's decides we don't need that game, it's too expensive. Well, maybe someone would have come and spent a lot of money on that game, and that would have been like their new hit game that people come for and they get tons of money because of. But they didn't do it, so you can't figure out how much that costs them. Another one is the value of tickets not collected or tickets not lost. Because you don't need to take your tickets and get them counted. It's just very convenient to do so. So they have people that earn tickets but never collect on them, and they have a value of that because, I mean, you can just lose tickets, especially if a machine breaks down. It gives out tickets for free, or if something goes wrong in the machine. I've had a machine break on me, and you call maintenance over, and they're like, oh, well, here's a bunch of tickets, don't worry about it. It's hard to, you can't keep track of that. Another one is people who come for special events. They offer different things like sporting events where they have plenty of TVs there so you can watch the event happen. But they've never a way of keeping track of who comes to those events. I mean, they ID you at the bar, and a couple like UFC ones, they have a cover charge where they make money off of. But there's some where you have no real idea of the value of people coming. So that's another intangible value that you have. So this has been how Dave & Buster's utilizes information systems to continue its operations. I'm going to go back to my research now. Thank you.